project, budget, I want to highlight here that the submission of NEP was presented before the crafting of the Achieve framework. So, we were given the 33,139,787. If we go to the last column, the new appropriation constitutes 98% of the total net budget and the automatic appropriation 2%. Let me deep dive na po sa distribution. Because this distribution, next slide please. So in the new appropriation, can we go to slide 16? Yes. Dito po sa new summary, I would like to highlight and attention in April 4, Higher Education Development Program. Note that 97% of the total new application goes to Higher Education Development Program, which include monitoring of program and scholarship. Kukunti lang ang natira para sa operation ng CHED. Next slide, please. So, let me bring you now to April 1 and April 2, honorable senators. So, the general appropriation and administration support, which only constitute 0.46% of the total 33 billion, the activities under TAP 8.1 include major activities: general management in supervision, administration of personal benefits, management of receipts, payments, and many more. That's 0.46. For support to operation, 0.74%. Next slide, please. What about the 8.3? Ito po yung higher education regulation program namin. Ngayon po, because we intensified our monitoring and reviewed all existing policies that should be directed to the standardization and harmonization of standard for excellence. Nakikita po natin na 1.78% of the total 33 billion. What are the major activities that we are doing here? We monitor 113 state university and colleges, 178 local university and colleges, and more than 1,700 higher education institutions. And that is only the total number of institutions that we will monitor. On top of that, we will monitor the standards of 38,000 plus academic program. With the 591,104 pesos to utilize on this huge number. We cannot avoid but to have lagged deliverables. In terms of continuation, so in terms of 8.4, it's constitute the 97% of the total net budget or total budget of the agency. There are 12 activities under the 8.4. We are allotted 32 billion, 160 million plus. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Next slide in the interest of time because I want to focus on what we need more. This 8.4 consists of the the scholarship that we are giving to our 5.4 million students, the Tulong Dunang program, the tertiary education subsidy, the free higher education. Can we move to the next slide? And then the seed fund for development of medical until 12. So madami po kaming binibigyan. So yung budget nakikitang madami, 33 billion, but 97% of that goes to our Filipino students. So this is the continuation of the specific, the granular expenditures namin sa aming net. And so ang question po ngayon, kaya po if you go to the next slide, We are considering now the increasing number of enrollment, the CHED transformation through our CHED agenda, and then the coping up of our higher education institutions. We listed 4 major wish lists. Additional funding for the tertiary education subsidy, additional funding for CHED transformation, and the leveling of ENSUC infrastructure. So here are the wish lists po. Yan lang muna. Sige. These are the wish lists that we submitted to Congress, totaling to 13.5 billion. Ang wish list po natin, so wish list number 1 is the increase in the number of amount to finance the scholarship. The 8.6 billion that we are asking will cover the 135,000 ongoing term gano'n and the projected 490,000 senior high school graduates who are coming in for tertiary education.
Mr. Chairman, so a lot of our questions are, a lot of our questions are regarding the tests and yung dulo and all of that. So, anyway, nababasa naman po namin. I suggest na we can discuss this kasi ito rin po yung line of questioning ko.
Sige po. Thank you very much. Just to go through now. So, if you can go through now so that I will end to the last slides. We know that our good senators here already listed. Now, just to this list number 1. Go fast, please, to the last. Go. These are data that will support the Q&A later on. Next slide. So all the data that were asked during our consultative meeting are all here already. Next slide, please. This is the wish list 2. Can you please go there? So ito po yung kailangan namin in order to drive the achieve agenda. We will not let this. We will keep doing what has been done and we will deliver what has been delivered in the past. So ito po yung kailangan namin talaga. Seriously, kailangan namin i-facilitate ang aming offices because we welcome ambassadors and presidents and ministers from different countries. Nakakahiya po yung itsura ng aming regional offices, especially in the central office. Next slide. So, these are the details of our 30 billion additional request. Next slide. Some more, please. Kasi nabasa na. Ito lang ang gusto ko ipakita. Diyan mo na po. Para makita po. So, ito yung aming mga itsura ng aming mga offices. Next slide. Next slide. So, just can you go back a little bit, please? Yes. Beloved senators, this is the look of our offices when we are requesting with bendedness that we want to upgrade everything. Next slide. Please go fast. Then this one. So, in the discrepancy, we already discussed this with the SOCs before. Next slide. Just to show you this data po. Through the years,
must recognize the presence of Senator JBRC.
Good morning po. Used to go this kasi palagi anong ginagawa ng higher education institution? Bakit hindi umangat yung quality education? Just to show you that most of our SUC, about 75% of them are collecting 200 pesos per unit. So, kailangan talagang iangat ang tuition fee nila. But of course, with compressed fee on the way, we will provide our legislators the proper data to act on this. Next slide, please. So, comparing the fiscal years, I will go through quickly. So, you can see po na through the years from 2021, medyo mataas, bumaba na siya and stand steadily. 2022, 2025, I'm mindful of the increasing number of students. that we have, and mindful of the rapidly changing landscape in higher education, and mindful of the different challenges, state-of-the-art facilities, and other infrastructure, dapat may maraming estudyante, hindi lang po sa basic, maraming estudyante ang nagkaklase under the tree because we wanted to implement the provisions of the Unifast law. Next slide. The fund utilization, feeling ko okay naman kami, except that in the CHED is constitute about just a percentage of the total agency budget. We deliver what is what our promise, but mababa yung aming utilization rate because of this not so good implementation of our UACT fund. Next slide. Next slide. So yan po ay under our utilization with the enhanced governance and internal policies namin, we will try to catch up when it comes to fund utilization by 2025. Yung past years ay ang major contributory factors while mababa ang fund utilization is the non-systematic implementation of the ACT. Its fund is lodged in CHED. Next slide, please. So this is our catch-up plan, which we are going to promise in order to win your trust, to give us more and implement more. Next slide. Next. So this is the Higher Development Fund. Again, we already crafted in partnership with the DOT and KESA a systematic and durable programs of activities in order to use the ACDF fund to spend for the 6 pillars that we have agreed to allocate: facilities and demo labs, technology innovation and digitalization, tourism education, research and development, startup, and immersion and career development. So meron na po. So I hope that we will not be, hindi po tayo masisilaw sa madaming savings in the past, but moving forward, kung na po yan. Next slide. So, the utilization, the issue of utilization is doing good. It's just that there was no specific focus before, and there is no well-defined strategic plan. This time, meron na po. Next slide. And so on. So these are the scenarios which we are ready to give to every single question that you will ask. These are the summary of tertiary education subsidy learning program. Lahat po ng tingin ninyo, we are ready to provide the data. Next slide. So, it's very hard to read the numbers, but we will be guided by your questions later on, and we are ready to submit all the data. Next slide. Can more? Proceed. So I would like to impress our good senators here that in designing our strategic agenda, we will take consideration of the EDCOM observation, the key priority areas that they see very weak. We incorporated them in our program and activities starting this year. Next slide. Yeah, just to report, this is my last slide. I mentioned earlier that I attended a very high-profile meeting with higher education ministers in Kuala Lumpur. I was there for 38 hours to catch up with this budget briefing. So, lahat po ito ay yung declaration ng higher education towards an inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous ASEAN. This is the mandate that we commit that were committed during the declaration for higher education institution, we are mandated, since we now get the chairship of Ascendant 2026, we are mandated to launch a platform, an actionable platform every single